This is
Up
for Grabs, a podcast where three unfiltered friends talk about anything and everything. And now, here are your hosts, Tracy, Kim, and Rachel.
Welcome to Up for Grabs. I'm Rachel. I'm here with my friends Kim.
Hello.
And Tracy.
Hello.
Hello. Today, first of all, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to discuss different trends or fads. The words I use, those words interchangeably. But I guess technically a fad is something that doesn't stay around as long as a trend. I guess it's a time issue.
Okay. Well, let me tell you that I messaged my children, as I do when we have a topic, and say, this is what we're going to talk about. Like, give me your take on whatever this is.
Correct.
And when I said, it's on fads if you want to send me anything, they were like, what?
Yeah.
What are you?
True. Maybe that's a dated word.
What are you saying? And
How
I was
old
like,
are you?
And they're like, I don't know what it is. So I asked, what do you think it means? And one of my kids said, well, I've heard of a fad diet, so I think maybe something that's not scientifically proven. And I said, well, I can see how you would deduce that from what I said, but no, a fad does not mean something that is not scientifically proven. And anyway, they had other ideas like that where it was not. So apparently that's not a term that's used anymore. So we're already out of the fad of having fads.
Well,
Okay.
maybe we need to bring that back.
Do you think we have that
Kids?
power?
No.
Hey, you young folk who are listening.
Hey, teens. I bet you want to use the word fad now.
It's
Yeah.
all the rage.
Actually, I think I did say it to my daughter, and I think she thought I said something else. And
you
she
shouldn't
got
have said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she got really offended.
For
And I'm
real.
like, I'm talking about like trends. She's like, oh, I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
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 So be
it's-
careful. So
That could have been
so
one of the reasons why maybe it's not used anymore. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, yeah.
Trendsetters. Let's be trendsetters.
let's just talk trends then, kids.
Okay.
We're not even going to say the F word anymore. See what I did there?
I wish we could delete that, but it's too much trouble.
It is.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking about trends, I thought, and I think this is a compliment to you both. You both, I feel, are on the cutting edge of many a trend.
Wow. I think you need to get out more if you think Kim and I are.
Seriously,
I think we know what the cutting edge trends are,
Okay.
but we don't necessarily abide by them.
But
I
I don't
think-
participate.
but I'm saying just even knowing what they are, I find that to be trendy.
okay.
Okay.
Because
I think maybe,
I feel
don't know.
as though you two talk to each other about things that you assume I know about,
And
and,
it
that you
does
think
sound- we know
everyone
you probably
should.
don't know.
We're doing it to make fun of you in front of you.
Oh.
No, it seems though, like a foreign language to you sometimes what we are saying. I can see that you have no idea what we are
So
referencing.
I turn to you to find out what's trendy. So
Yeah.
does that scare
Well,
you?
that's
A
us.
little bit.
That's us.
Well, I was going to say, I think, Kim, I think you're just very informed. I was going to say, you, I think, probably know of what's trendy and what's happening. I would say Tracy is more, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel as though you're more apt to adopt the trend or try it first.
Definitely.
I would try it. I don't know about the fashion-y trends, but other trends,
Other
yes.
trends, definitely.
Fashion, come on.
No, but you're one to, like, if you see something trending on TikTok, you're one to be like, oh, I'm going to try that.
We absolutely have a water station in my home right now.
What's that?
Oh, blessings! It's already almost over. By the time this is up, it will be over. But we have a water station. It's a TikTok trend, a fad that was happening. I think it still is, but it's on its way out. Probably.
Well, what is it? Do you take a bath or something?
You take a bath. So we have a couple of like Lazy Susans kind of. One that has like packets of drink mix that are like 0 calories. You can get them at Dollar Tree for like 10 for $1. I don't know.
Okay.
And then we also have several pump bottles because we get the bottles of flavor and then we have the pump dispensers for them. So like if you were going to a gas station and had like strawberry or cherry or whatever to your drink, we have those in our home.
So you're making your kitchen like a speedway.
Yes, but it's for flavored water. That is the TikTok trend right now is flavored water because they're low or no calorie drinks that are flavorful. And like there's a unicorn, like you mix certain ones And then you create these flavored water things to drink more water, which is a trend.
You're on the cutting edge there.
It's becoming really cool to drink water. Yeah, so flavored water. We have a
Okay.
water station.
Okay, well, while we're here, one of my categories of trends was food and beverage.
Okay.
Okay.
I did not know about this
Okay.
particular trend of setting up flavored water, but I
Yeah.
did try something. Now, I know you guys.
This is
I just
going to
don't-
be from
I
1947
know,
when she says it.
I feel so proud of myself, and I just know you guys are going to be like, yeah, we knew about that a year ago and whatever. But to me, I feel trendy. I just purchased cans of that prebiotic soda called Poppy.
Yeah, that's
P-O-P-P-I.
Okay, I've heard it.
PPI.
I have tried it.
It's flavored soda.
Yeah.
And it's only like 25 calories, and I think it's supposed to have some sort of benefit,
right.
gut benefit. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah.
So I'm late to that? How
You're
late am I?
not-
I wouldn't
you're not
say too
late,
terribly
but
late.
Did I know about it a year ago? Yes.
Damn it.
I
But,
didn't know about it a year ago.
really?
Thank you.
No, because I just noticed it recently. Like Target has it.
Thank you.
And
But
we
they've
did buy
had
one
it.
can. I know, and I hadn't really heard of it. And
All right.
it's gross.
It is.
You have
I
to
don't
like
care for it.
seltzer.
Yeah.
And I don't like seltzer. So
time out. I didn't think it was
seltzer
me.
is the rage.
I find it offensive. I don't
Me
like
too.
It's a trickery. Don't smell good or have a fancy can and make me think you're going to taste good and you take like Alka-Seltzer.
LaCroix.
Blech. Thank you.
Okay.
So you're
LaCroix,
talking-
yeah.
I'm probably in the way minority.
I know.
wait a minute.
I'm not
I-
mature enough to like it.
You mean like seltzer water, like
Yes.
sparkling
I just
water?
think it's an
Flavored,
acquired
yes.
taste.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. And is
Thank
Poppy
you.
like that?
No, because I liked it, so it must not be like
Yes,
that.
it's similar.
But is
No,
it
really.
sweeter?
It has to be sweeter, or I wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have anything to compare it to. But
Right.
what I'm telling you is I usually drink Diet Coke. And then I thought, oh, what is this little
Okay,
can?
wait. You do have something to compare it to from circa 1980s. Clearly Canadian. That was a fad. Don't tell me you don't know Clearly Canadian.
Is
and
it
the
like a-
bottles that were like round at the
the
bottom and
ginger
then
ale?
Is it like ginger ale?
similar, but Clearly Canadian was like strawberry, cherry, whatever.
No,
Like,
never had it.
shut
That
up.
was totally a West Side thing.
Okay,
Wow.
it was bougie, so bring
Was
it.
it?
Yeah,
I've
it was.
heard of Clearly Canadian, but I did not know what it
It was
was. I figured
big
it was
in
a
the 80s.
it was a
Yeah.
I know
ginger ale.
I know some Canadians, but I
That
do
has
not know.
nothing to do, and that's
Okay.
like not even close to what we're
Okay,
talking
I'm
about.
sorry. So you're telling me Poppy is gross? Do you like it?
No, I don't like it. I don't remember liking it.
I actually did, and I was surprised because I don't like sparkling water. I don't like
No, me
flavored
neither.
water. But this had it was the kind that I really liked was a strawberry and lemonade one, and it had a little fizz to it. Like it wasn't flat. Like like the kids are drinking now all those spiked seltzers that
Yes.
you think are going to be.
That are going to be so
Good,
flavorful
and they're terrible?
they're
Yes.
terrible.
Yes.
Okay, this wasn't that to me. I felt
Okay.
like it had a little bit more carbonation to it that made it.
Yeah, I mean, I've only
Okay.
tried a few sips of one of them. I think if you have it ice cold and you have it with like crushed ice, I think you can make it doable.
Right.
And I think it is probably an acquired taste. I just
Well, I was just trying to think
not
of a
care.
way to
get your probiotics. Yeah.
do that and maybe cut out
the
a Diet
diet,
Coke.
yeah.
I don't know. I think Diet Coke is perfectly good for you,
Amen.
but I feel as though that perhaps studies down the line might prove me wrong.
Yeah, I have not given it up, but I'm down to about maybe one a week.
One a week. I was going to say,
wow.
I do
I
one
know.
a day, and I thought that was good.
I'm like
That was
more
a
than
lot
one
for
a
me.
day. I
Well,
don't
remember. I would have multiple.
I don't
in
want
a
to share
day,
how much
so
I drink a day. It's bad. I need it. Yeah.
I've recently. It's been maybe 6 months of.
well, I'm proud of you. That's
That is
wonderful.
that is good.
Well, I say try the Poppy, although you said you hated it, so don't.
Not everybody. I mean, people that like that kind of stuff. I mean, it's
Now, here's another thing,
Okay.
food and beverage wise. Have you guys tried, and again, about a year late on this, bubble tea?
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't. No.
Are you talking about?
It's texture
With the
for me.
balls.
I knew it.
Sorry, I said it. I didn't mean to. But like the gelatine balls
Yeah.
in
Yes.
Yes.
there. Gross.
So you didn't like it. I tried a sip of it. I thought it was super sweet.
It's yeah.
but I
don't
thought
like,
it was kind of fun. It kind of reminded me of that Freshen Up gum. Remember that gum we used to get?
I loved Freshen Up.
Oh, me
gum.
too.
And it had that fun
It's a flavor explosion.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Well,
So
that's what this bubble tea was for me. No.
No.
I just can't. I don't. We're so immature. I can't eat something
was
that
your
like is
face.
like soft and then it just like
Pops. Yeah.
Let's just see. We need to move on.
Okay, we're going to move on. One of the other food and beverage trends that I am in on and I'm fully supportive of is the avocado toast trend.
Yeah.
Do you
I've
like
never
it?
jumped on board, and I love toast, and avocado's okay. You can doctor it up where it tastes really good, like put an egg on it, put a lot of salt and pepper on it. No, I just like my eggs and bacon.
Okay, what about you?
I do like avocado toast. I'm a little specific on mine.
Weird.
I know. I like any, but I prefer sourdough.
Everyone should prefer sourdough.
Yeah, sourdough is
And
superior.
for those with gluten intolerances, sourdough has less of an effect on that. So,
I thought you'd be a rye bread gal,
well, you know I love my rye toast.
which I think is
But
weird.
For this, it is that. And then I discovered at Kroger, they have a squeeze thing of avocado,
Seriously.
not guacamole. And it's like, the squeezed sour cream. It's like that.
Is it, where would I find it?
In the,
Like the condiments?
no, it is in the refrigeration section of your
milk?
produce. No,
Oh,
produce. So not where the dips are. Come around the corner.
In Kroger.
Yes.
Okay.
Like where ours is by the salad and salad dressings.
Okay.
Heck of a
In
lot
that
easier to do it that way.
It is so much easier. You waste less.
I was going to
you
say,
use
does it
less.
keep longer?
Yes, keeps longer. You don't have to mess with it. You're not cutting an avocado and only eating half because then you feel guilty. So then you
Yeah.
eat the whole thing. No, you put a little layer, spread it out, and then you have to use everything but bagel seasoning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You do have
Everything
to
bagels.
doctor it up. I mean, that's a very bland.
Yes.
Yes.
Avocado's fine. It's a texture thing for
Yeah.
me, but I can do it. I mean, I just don't. I don't.
I saw something on TV. A doctor was saying that it's like a negative calorie food.
Yeah,
because
and
it's
and the oil in
fat
it,
is so
the fat
good
in
for
it is so
you.
good for you.
Yeah.
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 So if you put enough stuff on
And
it.
it's one of those trends that truly is. It's healthy. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like
so that fad, I'm
For
here
now.
for.
Yeah.
Until they tell me.
It's been around for a while. Avocado toast
I
has
agree.
been a thing.
And I just have one other food and beverage item that I saw in my research and I thought, okay, that sounds delightful, A, and B, how did I never hear of this when it was trending? Because it said this particular food trend was in 2010,
Okay.
and it was called a cronut.
Well, yes. You never had a cronut?
I don't know what
It's a croissant donut.
I live in Indiana.
Okay, I saw that
okay?
online. I don't know what a cronut is. I saw it online.
What?
Never have heard of it.
They are delicious,
Where
especially
do you
warm.
get them?
New York City.
Bakery? I don't know.
I've never heard of a cronut.
A New York City bakery. Yeah. I saw it and I was like, well, wait a minute. Those are combining
we had
things
them
that
in
I
Maryland. I know.
Well, that's
I
an
know.
East Coasty
Yeah,
place.
I
Yeah,
guess.
I don't think that they're. I've never seen one here. So it's a what?
light and airy
It's a
donut.
croissant donut.
Yes, it's a combo.
No.
So kind of like a lightly glazed croissant.
And
It sounds delicious.
It
Do they
was
still make
delicious. I assume so.
I just didn't know if this particular trend
Yeah, that was
came
one of
and
the things
went.
that kept coming up on
Really?
online, and I was like, don't even know what that is. So
I just assumed that they were everywhere. I don't
Well,
know why.
It sounds like a delicious baked
well,
good that
Dunkin'
I was
does not sell them.
Yeah.
Well,
Neither
the
does
nerve.
Long's. So I'm just trying to think of
Yeah.
our local
Okay.
popular bakeries.
Yeah, I feel as though I missed out on something that I know I would have loved.
I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna find them and bring them for you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do any of you have any food or beverage items that
I want crumble to be a fad and I want it to go out of style. These $5 cookies are ridiculous.
I'm sorry, they all taste the same and they taste like chemicals.
I can eat one tiny bite,
cannot
a little
stand
bitty
crumble.
bite, and then I'm like over it. I cannot believe they have the nerve to charge $5 for a cookie.
They're not that good.
No, I want that to be a fad that goes by the wayside.
It will.
Will it surprise you that I've never had a crumble cookie?
No, it doesn't surprise me.
Nobody's surprised.
I've eaten plenty of cookies in my time, though.
That's
But if
not
you're
even the
saying
flex
if
you
that it
think
was-
is.
You're trying to tell me that not only is it too expensive, that it just doesn't even really taste that good?
No, I think it's just okay.
It's an
Like,
over-sweetened cookie.
Yes. And every now and then I'll have a flavor that I'm like, okay, that icing is good or whatever. But
There
all
is
in
a
all,
guy
just
on
okay.
TikTok that does, he's an African-American guy.
I love him, Keith.
Yes.
I
and
love
he
Keith.
does crumble reviews. And I've never had somebody speak more to my heart than he does.
But Keith does reviews of everything, but he's so good.
He's
I mean,
so
all
good,
foods,
and
yeah.
it is hilarious. And I will just say, I mean, there are certain flavors that are good, but if you take, like, we went through a phase. We jumped this bandwagon right after COVID. The girls and I would go to the north
yes.
side to crumble like once a week in the summer because we had to try the new flavors.
Right.
They all taste the same. when it comes down to it, and they're I know that they claim that they make, but everything that they're mixing together was already pre-made, and it's just a big bunch of chemicals. That's what it tastes like.
I am
Well,
not going
yum.
to say you're wrong.
So
Sign me up.
give me a homemade cookie any day.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
yeah,
Even just the cookie dough. I'm not upset about
the
just
crumble
eating.
needs to go away.
I don't even
Yeah,
care if you
I
bake
want
it.
that one to go away.
Okay, well, I'm not helping them stay because I've never been. So
Okay.
I'm part of the solution, not the problem. Anybody else have any food and beverage things that come to mind that are trendy?
Well, not trending now, but I was thinking of things that
Yes.
were trendy when we were turning like 21-ish. Do you remember when Zimas first came out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They were like the bougie drink.
yes.
I mean, I couldn't drink enough Zimas. I couldn't drink enough Goldschlager.
Oh.
Okay, I got to tell you my Zima story. Well, it's actually Rob's, but it made me laugh. He said that because it came out kind of when we were in college.
Yes.
And he said that at his school, the school newspaper did an article about Zima, and that the headline said, "Zima tastes like piz."
That's about the truth too.
And okay, I had one not too long ago. It was delicious. I'm not even going to lie.
I still make a
But
fan of the taste.
So it came back out like last year.
Yeah, it did.
It had a resurgence last
Oh,
year.
boy.
And it might have still tasted, I don't know, but it was nostalgia for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It seemed bougie at the time, and so it brought back bougie memories.
it's kind of a seltzery thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It
was the original.
really different taste.
Disgusting taste.
Okay.
Okay, now let's switch. Let's go to activities. I wanted to talk about different things that we do that are trendy. And the first thing, so this can either be something that you currently do or like when you were little, like things you do. The first thing I thought of was podcasting because am I wrong? Is this a trend?
Oh, I mean, I think it's probably one of the most popular trends right now.
Yes, so we're like,
I mean, it's been around for
Are we
really,
cutting edge? Because we've been
it's
at
been
it for
around
like 3 years.
a while, but I think it's at the peak of its popularity.
but by the way, you guys, this is an aside. Coming up within the next 3 months, we will be having our 50th episode of Up for Grabs. And we are going
we
to
made it to that
I
long.
know. Well, we haven't gotten there yet, Kim, but I like that you're
We're
that
going.
hopeful.
We won't be canceled before our sponsors.
After all the ball talk.
Yeah. only if we run out of batteries are they going to stop us. But we're going to have just putting this in your minds now, some sort of 50th episode.
Definitely. Celebration.
Are we going to go somewhere on location?
I don't know. We can make it whatever
Bahamas?
we want.
What are we doing?
Oh my God.
She's going big.
Yeah, she went island. No, I just thought maybe we could have a look
that
back.
is a milestone. A look back, definitely. Definitely.
So anyway, yes, podcasting is, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say it's at its peak.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Well, your favorite podcaster, Kim.
My favorite podcaster is the local ladies, Crime Junkies.
Crime Junkies.
Ashley
So I
Flowers.
saw Ashley in an interview last week, and someone was asking her questions. It was on her own thing. It was kind of manufactured, but they asked her about if someone wants to do podcasting, what did she think? And she said, if you're going to do it, get started now because it's starting to get saturated.
Yeah.
Starting
So
to.
the fact that we've been out for years,
Yeah.
we're really out there in the forefront.
I guess we are a little bit more cutting edge.
Yeah. That's
Well,
us.
good for us. Other things that I thought of, things that people do that are trendy, selfies. I remember when the selfie
Jesus.
and the stupid selfie stick, that whole thing.
I don't think selfies have gone away. But,
No, they haven't, but the stick
but
has.
yes.
You want to know a little fact about selfies?
Did you invent them?
I invented the selfie. No, but with the resurgence, upsurgence, I don't know what word I'm trying to think of, but as they became more popular, there was an increase in cases of lice. And it had to do with kids in schools all putting their heads together for photos.
That is interesting.
Ew.
And those with lice were passing it on to others. So even kids who did not traditionally be the ones who maybe would have
Gross.
lice were passing it around. And lice became a much larger problem in the U.S. than it had been.
I think you were totally
due
making
to
that
self-
up.
Why would I make that up?
Where did you see that?
On the intranet.
Lice magazine?
I read
What are you doing?
stories. I catch up on news and current issues. And it
that's
had to do with
gross.
people putting their heads together for photos, for
And fish
selfies.
lips. Yeah.
Yeah. So little known fact.
Maybe it's my age and maybe it's because of when they became popular, there should be an age limit on selfies, by the way.
Yeah.
Or they should just go away in general.
Yeah.
Right.
I could say a lot about it, but not a fan.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't.
Not
Way
a
to
fan.
hold back, Kim.
Not a fan.
We can't even tell how you feel one way or another. It's the fact that you're not saying anything.
She's so hard
No,
to read.
I mean, it's there's some cute in some way. I think that's just become a whole.
That's a dip.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
think
become
your
a whole
problem is that people
thing.
become narcissistic
It's
with their
and I just don't. Yeah.
promotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what about this? Here's a different activity that was a big trend. Were either of you ever involved in a flash mob?
Oh my God, I saw that
Yes.
online too.
What?
Wow.
Are you going to say it was with Anderson Cooper or something? Because I'm going to get so mad.
No. Oh wait, was it considered a flash mob? Yeah, because on
What?
the field at the school they did Thriller or whatever, and like
It just kind of comes out of nowhere
yes,
type thing.
and the number of people that all did
Yeah,
it
I've never
together.
been
or whatever,
I've never
like
done
a
one.
record-setting something or other. Yeah. And then I got to see a proposal down in Annapolis downtown, a flash mob proposal. We weren't there for it, but we were there and witnessed it, and it was pretty cute. And then to see it on social media,
Yeah.
later,
They were fun to watch.
That was cute. So
I just think of The Office when they did
Yeah.
that thing for her. Their
that's what
wedding.
they did. This song
Yeah.
was the same thing because I think
That's
a lot
cute.
of people took
Yeah.
off on that one.
Cute.
They are cute.
Does anyone else have any trendy activities? Tracy, you alluded to one that I had written down, was that people, and I guess even me, get their breaking news from social media and not from television.
Absolutely.
And that used to be the only way you got it
Yep.
if you've watched the news. But now everything.
And if you were busy at 6 or 12 or 6 or 10 or whatever, you didn't know what happened.
until you read the paper the next morning
Which you sent me a screenshot yesterday, a photo
of the paper.
of the paper. And
It wasn't me like being held hostage, like proving what date it was. It was that
No, but-
I actually had the paper.
that's what I laughed at, was that you actually had the paper. I didn't know anyone still had delivery.
We do.
And, well, I know that now, which I'm sure your husband, who is a journalist and you are also a writer, didn't mean to give you less
That's okay.
credit.
He's good.
But I'm sure between the two of you, you want to make sure that those who write still have jobs. So
I
you
actually just want the puzzles. I'm big on the puzzles.
nerd. You know you can get those online, right?
Well, those aren't
Yeah,
as
but there's
fun.
something different.
It's
My
a
mom
pen and
dad get the
paper.
paper. I mean, I think that it's a generational thing.
I like
And you just
the
like
paper.
something to hold something, and
Yeah.
you're also a person that likes to read a book
I
versus
am.
I can just like it on my Kindle. I mean, that
Right.
kind of thing. But I think that like with social media, I rely on like for my pop culture, like TMZ or even scrolling through Facebook. I personally am not on Twitter, but I'll tell you what, if you want to know something breaking within 10 seconds, I mean, my girls know it's Twitter is the
But
almost the-
Twitter is/was. I
like
think
what do you think's quicker now?
Since new ownership of Twitter, I
Yeah,
think
I'm not on it to know it.
A lot of people think that the source of information has changed somewhat,
Maybe,
and they trust it less. The number one news source right now, if I understand correctly, is TikTok. People get their news.
You know
from
what? You're
TikTok.
probably right, and I'm not on TikTok either. So I know. I've never.
If the listeners could see the shock on my face right now,
know.
why did I think you were on TikTok?
I've had it a couple times, and I'm overwhelmed by it because I don't really know how to navigate it. And I know it's not hard.
I mean, you are
I know.
so current that I cannot believe that you do not scroll through for an hour at
TMZ
night like
keeps me
everyone
current.
else.
I'm telling you.
Will it surprise you to know that I do have TikTok?
That is also
surprising.
equally shocking.
And in fact,
I feel like you don't know how to use it, though. Am I right?
well, I don't post anything. I'm not a creator. I just scroll. But I have started probably 90% of my sentences around the house for the past 2 months with, you know what I saw on TikTok.
yeah.
Well,
And
everyone else in the free world is starting their sentences that way.
Okay, well, my family's getting mad at me is all I'm saying.
I think I follow so many things through Instagram and Facebook and so many news sources that I feel like I'm plenty fine.
Okay, no, let me tell you, you're not.
I know.
Couple of things. One, up for grabs, we do have a TikTok page, so you can find us.
We do?
on TikTok. We haven't done very much. We've only
Yeah.
put out a couple of videos, and we need to do more and better, but we do. For those of you that are on Instagram, Kimberly, and when you see those reels,
Yeah.
those were on TikTok last month.
I know.
You are a month behind when you are watching
My
reels
girls
on
keep me
Instagram.
pretty up to date on TikTok. We have a family viewing TikTok in the evenings, usually around 10 p.m.
Okay, but you're
will go,
seeing it.
My
Yeah.
girls will go, let's go through our favorite TikToks and show mom. And
Oh,
Well, it's-
we all save favorites to show.
Yeah,
others
favorites,
family.
and so I get to see.
That's
all,
they're like your talk soup.
They
but
really
for
are.
TikTok.
They really are, and I mean, I see
I love
crazy,
talk soup.
funny things. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Well, I didn't. I guess I did know, but I forgot that we have a presence. Up for Grabs has a presence on TikTok. We need to do something with that.
We do. Let's
because
get on
I'm
that.
afraid to post anything like on my
I'm
personal
going to
account.
start videoing right now while we're talking about TikTok,
And then-
put it on TikTok.
Boy, I don't even understand how that works. Okay, so is there anything else about activities? Any sort of
when you said like something that Zumba was
yeah.
huge. I mean, it's really died down. I mean, just for instance,
You mean in the past 40 years?
well,
since
no, it was.
it has not been around for 40 years. The trademark Zumba. I'm sure there's always been some type
30?
of like. I
No.
don't think so.
How long do you think?
I think Zumba's like a beach body type.
20 years, maybe?
20.
Maybe 20.
All right.
Maybe 20, but
Give me 20.
you know, like I belong to the YMCA. They used to have it multiple times a day, every day of the week.
Now
And
they
I
only
think
have it
now
like
they only
twice
have,
a-
but now
twice
it's
a
something
month.
new. It's like
Twice a
it's
week.
body pump, the Les
No,
Mills.
they still have a
but
Zumba.
just like twice a week, correct?
Yeah, it's not as much as it used to be.
And another thing I was thinking about that within the last decade, and I was involved in a couple the internet challenges.
Did you do those?
Well, we did my kickball. When I coach kickball, we did the ice bucket challenge. I think everybody did.
Did
the ice
you do
bucket.
it?
Yes, I did.
Ew, was it bad?
It was bad.
Did
We
you raise
it.
any
It was
money?
shocking. I thought we did it.
We did it.
I
I
mean,
did it.
I don't know if it necessarily raised money. I think you
do
share it.
Any challenge. You just make things up so you can do a challenge.
But that was a big deal a few years ago.
And
So-
they've had other what other challenges have you done? Because I know that you have.
I'm trying to think. Whatever it is, like if it's eating the ghost pepper, whatever that hot pepper
Yes,
was,
yes.
where it came in a package and it was one chip,
Ew.
and you paid like $7 for this
Yeah.
one super hot chip.
Isn't there challenges within like the celebrity world? Like I think Tom Brady, when he retired, did like the thirst trap challenges. You know, like.
Okay, he just wanted to post pictures
But
of
I
himself.
think that it was a dare from another guy
You
that
he
told him to
naked?
do it.
Nobody thought that, kid.
I did.
You really believe
because
that?
Tom Brady's such a he's such a pretty boy. He's just not one that just goes out there posting pictures of his.
Wait a minute,
You
thirst
know.
trap. What are we talking? Is
Like
he-
a thirst trap
is he,
is like
is he
you're
naked?
going to post a
Off
provocative picture in your underwear like a guy.
Okay, so he had clothes on. I just thought
he,
you
he
meant
had
that he
clothes
was
on.
like
Yeah, it's
posing
usually you wouldn't be
nude.
able
No,
to
but,
post
like,
yourself
shirtless.
naked, but
Oh, well, I don't care about him.
But anyways, Kelly Ripa and her husband are
Ew.
always doing thirst trap photos, and then their children chime in and they're gagging.
Ew.
Yeah,
Yeah, they need
So,
to go away.
They
okay,
need to go away too.
So let's move on because I think this is a big one. Things that you buy, like gadgets and technology, or
Oh, yeah, I am
toys, or
definitely-
merchandise.
Tracy's into everything with that.
Yes,
Yeah,
tell
I
me.
am that first. I don't know. Name something.
Okay, first of all, let me say this: would you consider yourself an early adopter of technology?
Yes,
Kim?
I would.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not.
I definitely,
Really?
I had like a Kindle literally like the week after it came out.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Jeff Bezos on Oprah before he was Jeff Bezos, you know, like before.
Before he was bald.
But yeah, I mean, well, talking
He
about,
was
he
just
had this
Jeff,
little
no Bezos.
company, he had this little company called Amazon that
In his garage.
introduced a Kindle.
Right.
And I had it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely love anything technology
And
related.
I think that you both were very early adopters to the Apple iPhone.
Oh,
Yes.
Apple on it. Yeah. I have a Lemonade account. I don't know if you have that, but that's a new social media thing that I've had that for like 2 months. So
yeah,
it's
you are,
been
you're
around for a while,
always
but-
ahead of it. You are. I'm
Does it
when
have
it
something
comes
to do
out,
with
I've
Beyonce?
got it.
No.
Lemonade? No.
Lemonade.
8.
Like the
Lemon
Apple
number
Watch,
8.
the iPad. I'm a very
Yeah.
app. Whether right or wrong, I love Apple. I mean, I love
Well-
anything to do with their products. So
And I think that's trending. I think once you get introduced in like one of their products,
Yeah.
it's very easy to because
get
all of a
sucked
sudden
in.
we're an Apple family.
they're just easy to use.
And
So.
then like
Yeah.
you don't want someone in the family to not be Apple. So then you like bully them as things come out. Like, well, you're gonna get
you have a Samsung? What?
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
you want an iPad,
You're
not
not
anything
part of
else.
The conversation.
no,
now.
you really aren't.
What are some other gadgets or technology that you have adopted or tried or didn't like or liked?
I'm trying to think like Waze, the Waze app.
WAZE?
Yeah.
WAZE. Like I thought everyone used Waze, so when I found out they didn't, I was shocked because it's a directional app like Apple Maps or something, but it's updated in real time by the users.
Yeah.
So if
It's
there's
really cool.
If there's a crash or there's traffic, you'll know and it'll reroute you a different way.
But I think that the Apple Maps has come not as far probably as Waze, but it's come a long way.
Yes, it
a
has.
long way.
I think
It's
they've
pretty
had to
current with
adapt and change
Rex,
it.
and it's pretty current with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that I'm very big on like I love any kind of new, like, and probably because I've subscribed to the boxes, like, the little beauty boxes. I like anything like to do with, not that I'm not a huge makeup person or whatever, but I do love trying the new exfoliants, beauty oils, anything skincare, hair care. I probably have way too much of scented bath washes and scrubs, and I just love anything that smells good. So,
and I like the idea of something being delivered to me every month. I don't have
surprise.
that. Yeah, it's like a Christmas.
Those are that is a trend. Those beauty boxes are everywhere. I mean, a box for anything. I mean, it doesn't have
for dogs. Dogs.
I've had Bark Box for Pete. I mean,
and
definitely.
like those meal kit boxes that they deliver.
Yes, those are trendy too, and they actually are pretty decent.
I've never tried the meal ones.
Yeah,
I mean, it has to be better than what I make, so maybe I should try it. I don't know. Question. I wouldn't consider the microwave to be a trend. Like when it first came out, did your family have a microwave?
Mm-hmm. We did.
Yes.
And
how big was it?
It took up the whole countertop, like the size of the space of a dishwasher.
Yes.
Like, so if your dishwasher was in there, our microwave was equal size.
Yeah.
Countertop microwave. So
but
it wasn't
I can't imagine life without a microwave now.
Me neither.
But here's the thing. Another gadget thing that I've fallen for that is not resonating the same way with me is we bought an air fryer. I've used it twice, and we have an Instapot, and I've used it once, and I don't understand it, and it beeps, and everything I cook in there overcooks.
I have no desire to use an Instapot. I have no desire to have one, but I love my air fryer.
Well, I guess
I jumped on the air fryer, and I used it a lot, and I don't anymore. My mom got me an Instapot. I think I boiled eggs in there, or not even boiled, whatever you do. and it worked okay. Yeah. And it's intimidating. The whole thing is intimidating.
It's like a pressure cooker.
It's just too much work.
I don't want it.
It's sitting in my pantry.
Me too. If anyone wants a good deal on an Instapot, I got one for you. It's been used once.
The air fryers do.
Air fryers
they are magical, but I just don't use it. Probably because I just don't cook a whole lot.
We use ours a lot.
What about, do any of you, I saw that something that was trending that I have no desire to have, but maybe you guys do. It looks like a whole bunch of new appliances are coming out, Wi-Fi enabled, like Bluetooth ready. So like you could have like internet connection on your refrigerator, like on the door of your refrigerator.
I've seen those. I've seen the refrigerators. I did see an ad, and I know that a couple of people I follow on Instagram, they have officially released, and they've probably been around in the high-end bougie world for a while, the all-in-one washer dryer.
Okay, I thought I invented that a few years ago.
I know, and it is official. I saw it. It is official. Like it's going to be everywhere.
I didn't invent it.
So no,
that's really disheartening.
So that's something that I think that's kind of the trend. What you're saying,
it should exist.
It absolutely should exist. I've seen the really fancy refrigerators. It's like the Jetsons.
Yeah,
that's what I think of every time I see it.
A couple of things we had in the 80s. Speaking of the Jetsons, that I really thought would be a thing, and they're not. We had a trash compactor.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, a lot of people had those.
A lot of people had those in the 80s, and I think the reason that they did not take off, they're twofold. One, you didn't take out your trash very often because it got pushed down.
Right.
So one, it stunk, and two, it became really heavy.
Yeah.
Like a full trash bag is heavy enough. You don't need to keep smushing it.
They broke a lot too.
I get the whole environmental factor of it, but other than that, I don't think the trash compactor worked for that reason. And the other was we had a refrigerator that had juice in the door, where on the inside of the door you would put juice concentrate in these things, and then you would push your drink against it from the outside.
Are you kidding me?
And it would mix with water from a water line.
I've never heard that.
Never heard of that.
You've never heard of a juice in the door refrigerator?
No.
Okay, well, we had apple and orange, and you would put the concentrates in there, and you would push it, and it would mix and do that. The problem is they didn't have this was mid 80s, maybe early 80s. They didn't have the technology to keep it super clean.
Yeah.
So if you didn't drink it for a few days, then that orange juice that sat in the line would be kind of nasty coming out, and then it would taint the whole glass.
I can honestly say I've never heard of it.
I wonder if you just were you bought a trial run of those.
I don't know. I guess I thought other people had them because we had it. I don't know.
No. That's interesting.
We were fans.
Apparently so. I can't outdo that. The only other gadget or technology that I have not adopted myself, but my mom has, and I think I wouldn't bother, is a Roomba.
So I like the idea of a Roomba. I like the idea of someone other than me vacuuming. But I have a chocolate lab, and I have to think that thing would be full 24/7.
I will say, coming from a cleaning lady,
Yeah.
I have a lot of people that have those. They break, they get jammed, they just. I don't think they. I think people think they're going to scrub your floor clean.
Yeah.
I think that maybe dog hair would be very helpful, like in a kitchen area. They're not good on carpet at all.
Well, my mom is finding out she got one, and she'll come. She lives in the separate part of our house, but she'll come to my house. Well, the Roomba started again, and it goes for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it gets stuck in the corner, and then it just like spins around
Yeah.
and cleans the same like 3 feet for 2 hours, and then goes back on.
They're an
charging thing.
overpriced gadget.
I have seen also on TikTok where it runs through a pile of animal poop and then smears it throughout
yeah,
like their
it
entire
really
house
is. They
or
can be
something.
disastrous.
So
Well, that's a fun TikTok.
I've never really gotten on the kick of the Dyson, and I know Shark has a cheaper version of the sweep vacs that can charge. Coming from a cleaning lady, when I first started cleaning, I never brought my own sweeper. I just relied on other people's sweepers. Holy cow. Either people had sweepers from the 1970s that
Yes.
a door salesman, sold to them, or they had the $400 Dyson that works for 20 minutes.
I was going to say, I think
And
you need it in addition to an actual
You do.
vacuum.
And I think for a small space, perfect, but I think they're an overpriced gadget. Like, just get a good old, like a sweeper. Like,
How did you feel about a dustbuster back in the day?
Same thing. I just thought mean,
Okay.
maybe they worked in your car.
Yeah, that was fun for the
but
car.
that was
Okay.
about it. So, yeah.
Anybody else have any sort of gadgets they want to discuss?
No, I think you,
trendy.
like-
I'm trying to think like Apple Watch. Is that a gadget? I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Just the convenience factor of being able to have access to seeing what a call coming in or something
Yeah.
like that.
One thing that people are, I think, using again, but they're calling it something different to make themselves feel better, is the fanny pack.
Oh God, I knew you were going to say that.
Because now they're calling it a belt bag.
They are calling it a belt
They
bag,
are
and
huge
Lululemon
right
is
now.
charging $40 for
Yeah,
said
it's
belt
a
You
bag.
can
freaking
buy one on
fanny
Amazon
pack.
for $15. So,
Correct.
and they're fanny packs.
Yes,
You just wear them over your shoulder now, but they are nice to have when you travel.
Absolutely.
They
But
will-
I
they
just kind
are.
of giggled. I'm like, that's a freaking fanny pack that you're wearing
it's
across
not
your
new
body.
whatsoever.
It's a little bit of a rectangular shape versus the banana shape, but
Yeah,
it's a
it
fanny
is.
pack.
It is. It's a little more trendy in its look, but it is nonetheless. It's a fanny
Now,
pack.
for the last category, Tracy's not going to have anything to say because she told me fashion-wise, she's never on trend.
Oh, bull! You never had like jelly shoes or like a windbreaker.
Izod
I don't
shirt.
feel like I had it when everyone else had it. Izod shirt, I bought the socks and
Oh,
cut
yeah.
out
Oh, yeah,
the
me too.
alligators and put
Yeah,
it on
and
the
then
shirt.
you glue it on the shirt. Definitely.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm on trend very often.
Did you ever have the Dorothy Hamill hairdo like I did?
No.
I had the Pat Benatar hairdo. That's a
Is that
story
like
for
a
another
mullet?
podcast.
Is that like a mullet? I mean, what
My
is
mom
it?
took me somewhere and I got my hair chopped.
Was it called the Pat Benatar?
Well, and then they put a bandana in it.
oh, stop.
Yeah, and they took pictures, and
I'm so sorry. Do you have a picture of it?
I do. I'll
All
have to
right,
pull it
let
up
me
at
put
some
it on our
point.
page. Can I?
Yeah.
And then I went to school. I was like in 7th grade, and I went to school, and people call me Tim instead of Kim. And only the people that were like Joe saw pictures of it when we were dating. He was like, "Is that Pat Benatar?" I'm like, I never knew that was a Pat Benatar look until now. I realized
I
that
really need to see that picture.
it's bad.
Dorothy Hamill came out when we were in 2nd grade.
Yep, and I had one.
I
But that's
did
when
not-
I was I had it, and that's the fateful story where I was wearing my winter beanie, and I ran across the street in front of the garbage truck, and the man yelled, "Hey, little boy, get out of the street!" And then I
know
was
the feeling. I know the
pissed.
feeling.
Pat knows.
Can I tell you that my hair, Pat knows, I can show you a picture of me from 2nd grade, 10th grade,
It's all the same.
Did
20,
you always have long hair?
40.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
No,
It
my
is
hair
the
was
same,
always different.
Long, one length,
My hair was unruly and
blonde.
different.
I mean, the fact that it's white now and curly because it's decided to do a little something different on its own.
Did you get a spiral perm at some point in your life?
Okay, I did try.
That's a lot of. You have a lot of hair.
They had to do the piggyback
Oh, heck
spiral
yeah.
perm.
Oh, heck yes.
When you had
You're
long
really
hair,
throwing it back.
when you had long hair,
Oh,
they started
oh, yeah.
halfway
I had to
and
do
did
it, too.
and then did the bottom half. They charged you $150,
And you were there for
Outrageous
3
amount of money.
days.
Yep.
and then it wasn't even what I would call curly, and so that's sad.
I have a question. This is more of a question, and this might. Okay, this is going to make me sound really, really old. Would you consider it a trend that women, and I guess maybe men could, are wearing thong underwear? Is that a trend?
I think it would have been the first 10 years, but they continue to do it. So I don't think it's a trend. I don't think they're going to stop. I think it's just us who failed to adapt.
So do you think that? But I feel like the younger set, like that's their
Yeah, because
go-to.
That's
the
what I'm
younger
saying.
set,
It's not a trend. That's their go-to.
You
But
cannot
why?
have a panty line.
Because they don't want to paint it. Although they say it's comfortable. Maybe
No,
if
it's
it's all
not.
you know, I don't know.
It's
I think
not.
if it's all you know,
No,
most
it's not.
definitely.
Because
But
they're like, why would you want your underwear line digging in? I'm like, well, I don't.
Why would you want it?
my girls don't listen, so I can say this: they're not big fans of thong underwear at all. They get the seamless underwear, the cheeky ones at Pink are like seamless, like they're paper thin.
But is it really that
And-
big of a deal if people know you're wearing underwear?
I think the way that the pants, like leggings and biker shorts and anything that is skin tight, kids
Okay,
care.
that was just me being old and prudish. I'm like, I just suddenly feel like I know too much about people because I can tell when they're wearing a thong.
I think
and I'm
more
like,
people wear thongs than don't.
Yeah, I
ew,
do too.
really?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my
yeah.
God, what's the
I'm
matter
not
with
a
me?
fan,
Yes.
but I think more people do than
And
don't.
guess what? My underwear come in a 6-pack.
Mine too.
For about $10.
I have a certain brand
so
I
the
like,
fact that people
and
go out and
that-
buy individual pairs, I'm like,
Absolutely.
What?
Okay, that
What
was
do you
just
mean?
for some reason that I was hoping it was a trend that would go away because
I don't
it
think it does.
I
bothers
think
me.
the trend of the thong showing because the low-rise jeans were so popular, I think that's gone
Are
away.
you talking with like an accompanying tramp stamp?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I think everything's so high-rise now
Rach,
that,
can we
you know.
post a picture of your tramp stamp?
No, I'd like to keep that private, please. Any other clothes or makeup or hair things that
I was
come to
always
mind?
I had a rich neighbor that was a couple years older than me, and I got a lot of her
Nice.
hand-me-downs. So I got like her Jordache jeans. I got her Nike, like things that I would have never. I had really cool grandparents that bought me the Calvin Klein jeans that were striped in the front and solid in the back. And I thought that I was seriously
Brooke Shields?
Yes,
Yes.
I
Yes,
absolutely
nothing came
did.
between you and your
they got me my
Calvins?
first Swatch watch. Like those kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, those meant
But
so much more when we were little.
They were, or a sweatshirt from Benetton.
Stop it.
I mean, like my dad went to Chicago for a work trip, and he brought that back, and I thought, oh my God, what my life. Like
it was
those,
from a major city.
yeah, and now that those things are so accessible. And it's such immediate, something comes out and they get it.
Yeah.
It was just so much more fun when I don't know, when you had to work for it maybe a
Yeah.
little bit, or
Yeah.
it was a special occasion. So I don't
Wow.
know. I miss those kind of things. The age thing
Yeah.
as a 51-year-old, don't really care, but that's kind of stuff's fun.
Well, I appreciate you all taking a trip down Trend Row. I know that I don't live in the moment and in the now. I'm a little bit on delay, so I always appreciate you guys keeping me as up to date as you possibly can.
We do what we can.
It's a full-time job.
That's good.
If we missed a trend that you definitely loved or hated and want to discuss, please feel free to interact with us on any of the ways that you can interact with us. And apparently we're going to have look for us on TikTok, because Up for Grabs on TikTok is going to really start happening.
Maybe we can throw together some photos of our trends and put it
I know,
together
I
in a
know.
video set to
I'll
some
need to
80s
unearth
music.
the Pat Benatar.
And then I'm going to sing an
and the
original
Dorothy
song.
Gamble
Yes, and then we'll put Kim
All
side
right,
by
send me some
side.
pictures. I'll throw together a
to
TikTok.
find it.
Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next time on Up for Grabs.